guys, welcome back. It's you, boy, and I'm here with.
You girl.
And you might have noticed that we have a new intro sound. And if you stick to the end, we also have a new intro out. Dang it,
Outro.
yeah, outro. What she said. I'm just so excited about that new music. So yeah, this is the 21st episode, the beginning of season 3 of our podcast. Can you believe that? 21 episodes.
We have talked a lot.
Yeah, I've noticed a trend with our episodes. So we start off like slow and then like funny and then like we get into like the very end where it's like controversial topics. Um,
Yeah, I wonder what we'll end the season with.
I know something maybe about abortion or something. I don't know. Um, I don't know. Or what should we talk about today? What's on your mind?
Well, I thought you had a specific topic in mind.
I guess we can talk about the channel, I guess. Like how it's grown a little. We have 9 subscribers. Hooray.
Oh, last time I checked, it was 8,
Well,
so...
now we have 9. Shout out to MG. I know MG personally, kinda personally. Uh,
Oh.
yeah, and that's the 9th subscriber.
Shout out to Ben.
Yeah, yeah. Breakout Ben. That's a cool guy right there. Um, but yeah, this channel's grown. We have 21 episodes, 3rd season. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, and of course, YouTube. And that's pretty cool, I think. You said a few times to me that you started a podcast. Like, can I play a clip like right here with your friend?
Sure.
Okay, so here's the clip.
Hating school, a good way to hide all your sadness for a good while is to go to a concert so you have something to look forward to. That's made me a lot.
And then after it's over, you just feel even more empty.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because it's you've gone through it, so.
Why is this so bad?
It really is. It literally is. We can. It's like we edit it, and all you hear is
Man, isn't that just sad? Whew, pathetic.
Basically, this was recorded nearly 2 years ago now, which is crazy. We started that going into our senior year, so we were basically talking about our high school experience up until then and trying to give high school advice, and then I just never finished editing it and I never uploaded it, so
Well, do
yeah.
you remember any of the advice? What would you give right now?
I guess we could talk about that. I guess actually care about your work, which is
Care about your work?
it's duh, but I didn't care about my grades until the very last minute, and I nearly failed, so.
What was worse for you, homework or projects?
I actually liked projects. I just hated doing little assignments here and there, like homework.
Hmm. I think group projects was easy because you just put in a little bit and not all of your
Yeah.
brain power. Yeah, because homework you will have to it's all on you if you get a 90, an 80, 100, or a 60 or 40.
Especially those projects where the teachers would give you all the time to do it in class, so you wouldn't have to do it outside.
Yeah.
So those were easy.
I think group projects and little simple ones with shoe boxes on your own,
Shoe boxes.
Presentations. I know you were you didn't like presentations in school.
I started to like them towards the end, but yeah, that's when I started to get more comfortable. But in the beginning, I dreaded it so much.
Yeah, man. Um, Luckily when I was in community college, I didn't have to like give a presentation. But we would like read out loud. Because my professor said you can learn a lot more by reading out loud than reading in your head. Um,
That is
I'm not
true.
sure. Is it true?
Yeah, because whenever I'm like reading just for fun, I like to read it out loud because it helps me like process things better.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. I think I stumble over myself when I read out loud. But in my head, like I can read it like no problem.
Oh, yeah, that too. It's weird. I don't
I
know.
guess I guess it takes practice.
Um, I hated popcorn reading.
Yeah, yeah, I did too. I, and I had an economics class, and every time we had an assignment where we have to read in class, like popcorn reading, I would always like find an excuse to like leave. So like I'll go to the restroom or something. But one time I went to the restroom, I came back, and then decided just to pick me. And so it just didn't work at that time.
And then it's like if you're coming back from the restroom, like you don't know where you're at, so then you're like,
Like where are we?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then people would purposely pick me because like they knew I didn't talk much in class, so they wanted to hear me talk and like, yeah.
Ooh, they want to hear you talk.
Yeah, well, that was just to be mean. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I ever told a story where I was in track class and I started yelling at everyone to shut up. Um, we had a sub and she was a nice little lady that like wouldn't raise her voice and everyone in the class was just like didn't listen. And I remember regretting afterwards, like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Yelling at everyone to shut up because of I wanted them to listen. This lady, she was a sub, like it was for track too, so it was basically a free day. Just give her a little bit of time to take attendance. But whatever is whatever.
The way people treated substitutes. Wow.
Yeah, subs. Yeah, they have a tough job on their hands, especially in high school.
Yeah.
Some subs are cool. I had one, um, I forgot his name, but he was subbing for our government class, and he basically was like, "Let's do whatever." I mean, most subs kind of do that, but I don't know. He was kind of cool, and like, I don't know if he was in the army or what. But he was like talking to the students, like, "Oh yeah, I was in the army for like 2 years, so doing this and that." He was just talking and telling stories. It was interesting.
I was gonna mention how I had the substitute, that was in the Vietnam War, and every
Yeah.
time he would come to sub, he would tell us the same exact story, like his little introduction of just him being in the war, and that's all he would talk
No.
about.
Uh-huh.
Um, I mean, interesting, I guess. Hello? 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 Hello?
What? Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, no, I know it keeps cutting out, and then the signal keeps fading out, and I was scared for a second, so I switched to my data because every time I record on my Wi-Fi, it like drops. Um, but yeah, I don't know if anyone in our family is a veteran.
No.
No, man, our family sucks. Uh,
Um,
my step grandfather? No, actually, he wasn't my step grandfather. He was just the boyfriend of my grandma. He was in the Vietnam. He was in Special Forces, Green Beret, in the Army, and he uh, he was shot like 3 times. One in the leg, one in the arm, and one like at his mouth, like a
dang.
tongue. Yeah, and he would never really talk to me, but he always talked to my sister. But yeah, he was okay. My dad and him never connected either.
Did he
But yeah,
pass away?
no, he's still alive. He's still around, kicking,
Oh,
screaming.
you're talking about him in like past tense.
Oh, because he's never around. He's no longer coupled with my girlfriend, with my
Oh,
grandma.
What other advice would you give to high schoolers or people going into high school?
I would give this advice. Talk to people, make friends. You know, like if you're shy, if you're one of those shy kids like you girl here, go out there and like talk to a few people. Because what I noticed in high school that the shy kids would always like I don't know, be shy and like stay in little groups. But like I thought like, man, if all of them just like got into one big group, there would be like a whole thing, you know? There'd be, you know, their group. But no, they stayed in like the little separate groups of like one or two or maybe even three of them, you know? Um, I don't know, just go out there and have some fun, talk, joke around. Don't be awkward.
Here's the thing. You're gonna be awkward, and it's okay to be awkward. Everyone is
It's not okay.
awkward. No, no,
No,
no,
no
no,
one's
no, no.
awkward.
Everyone is weird. Just
No, no, no.
some people like to admit it. Others love to be in denial, but
And some people are just dumb, like you, girl.
I mean, especially if you're 13, 14, 15, whatever, like, that is the weirdest age.
Is it? Like, I don't know. It was pretty smooth for me.
I mean, 'cause you're like a kid, but you're like trying to like grow up and like become mature, but then you're like a baby still.
A baby still.
I mean, to me,
Maybe you.
a 14-year-old to me is a baby.
Huh. A 14-year-old to me is a 14-year-old, you know what I'm saying? I say a 12-year-old still like a kid. A 13-year-old, yeah, maybe a still kid, but 14, no, he's a teen, you know. He's still gotta learn, but
He's in his
he's
second
not
year
grown.
of being a teen.
Yeah, you know, I don't know.
Um,
It's crazy, man.
but being the shy kid, like, I think I've said this before, how I went through this phase of, like, trying to befriend everyone because I did try to put myself out there. I was like, I'm gonna go to football games and dances, and, like, that just made me so miserable because I was trying to be someone I wasn't, and I had more fun just, like, staying with my 2 or 3 friends.
I don't know, friends, family, people of the nation. Um, I guess like making yourself uncomfortable or miserable is like it's not gonna work, right? Obviously. So like do what you know what you're comfortable with. If you're like comfortable going to the library like a loser, eating lunch, then
I
do
didn't
it, you
do
know,
that
do
every
it.
day, only sometimes, but it was still fun.
You sister would do that. And she's not a loser, she's just weird.
Going to the library
But
makes you weird.
yeah, or like to the teachers instead of the cafeteria. I mean, it's whatever. People like to have their space. I definitely do. Um, but you know, school is, you're there to learn and you're there to have fun and, you know, just have fun, relax. You know, you don't have to be so tense all the time. You know, get that pencil out of your butt and, you know, use it to write or do some cool tricks with it, you know?
What kind of tricks?
Like, balancing it on your nose or waving it so it looks like it's a rubber pencil.
Remember
Something like that.
how people had those little like skateboards?
Oh, for the fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I remember those.
Um,
I think they're called finger decks or something like that. But yeah, I think I played with one of those.
all of this just
Remember
sounds
fidget spinners?
all of this just sounds like weirdly inappropriate.
Why?
Also, yeah, my brother has a few fidget spinners.
Fidget spinners, man. I mean, I got one for you, sister, for her birthday. It's a metal one that's painted gold and silver.
Dang, that's fancy.
Yeah, and it spins for a while. I think it was like $30. Yeah. But yeah. I remember when they were popular like crazy and everyone wanted one. Everyone had one.
Yeah.
It was more popular than smoking weed.
Even among high school students.
Yeah, I know. It's surprising.
Also, this is obvious, but high school doesn't last forever.
It feels like forever. I tell like it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember there was a point where couldn't wait for school to be over. And then eventually it was coming to a close, and I didn't want it to be over.
I was the exact same. Oh my gosh.
I think everyone felt that way. And that's another thing. Your situation is not unique. Not everyone's a special little snowflake. I'm talking to you viewers here. If you just talk to someone and learn about them, you learn that people have the same ideas, people have the same feelings, and so you're not alone. That's what I want to say. You're not alone if you're feeling depressed or sad, and you can't make friends in high school. You're not alone. There's other people out there too. You just gotta look, Gotta look for a friend or a buddy or a boyfriend or girlfriend.
As long as you have one person, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, you definitely gotta have a buddy. Me and Dominic were buddies, especially in senior year and junior year. We would hang out all the time then. But before that, we just hang out with friends together. And yeah, he definitely helped me out with my senioritis. It was definitely being bored with. It was funner being bored with someone else than being bored alone.
That is true. So even if you feel stuck in the moment, I definitely did. I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna leave. But you do, and things actually do get better.
Yeah. I'm dog sitting for Dominic right now.
And how's that going?
It's going all right. She's a little cute doggy. I'm gonna say her name, Bella. She's very shy and sweet. Right now she's only comfortable with me and you sister and my dad. She's kind of afraid of, but she's coming around to you sister. And we tried to socialize her with my other dog, Lola. But she doesn't really want to interact with my other dog. We took her a bath today because she was getting all stanky. So, yeah, she smells nice now. Changed out her pad and her cage. Take her out for walks and all that. She's a nice little dog. You ever had to pet sit?
No, actually.
I remember your mom would take Hannah to these two ladies.
Oh, she still does every time we go visit.
But these ladies are distinct for a reason.
Here's the thing. I don't know if these two ladies live together, and everyone jokes that they're a couple, but I'm starting to think that they really are. Why else would they be living together?
Oh, I was just saying that they're good pet care people.
Oh, is that a rumor, or?
But everyone bring up that they're lesbians, but okay, Yeah. I never met them. I think we dropped off my mom's dog one time for did they do grooming as well?
Oh yeah, she takes care of her, and then the day that we're leaving, they groom her, so she's clean for the drive back.
That's cool. Taking care of pets are expensive, man. I remember we took my other dog that passed away, Tootsie, every month to get a haircut, and they would tie that little bandana around her. Yeah, she was. It was pretty pricey though. We would take her to PetSmart, and then there's this other place, but we stopped taking her to this other place because a chihuahua died under a heater. It's what are those things called? It blows hot air.
Oh,
a hair dryer. They had a big one that they put the dogs under, and it was under there for too long, and it died. So we stopped taking our dog there.
How did someone just do that?
Yeah, I remember that. Maybe they forgot. Maybe it just
I'm surprised the dog didn't move though.
Just left it there. Maybe it's in a cage, or maybe I don't know. I've never been in the back area.
Yeah, we took Hannah to PetSmart once, and they clipped her nails too short, so she was bleeding, and then we never took her back again. Also, it is really expensive there.
I remember I was walking around Austin, and it was like rainy, and I haven't shaved for a while at that point, and I had my hood up. So I walked into this place, and it was like I didn't know what it was. So I walked in and said, "Hey, what is this place?" And it was like a pet groomers, and the guy there said, the bar is next door." And my friend was outside, and I told them like what the guy said. The bar's next door. Let's go, like as a joke. And they were like, "Wait, it was because I guess I looked like a dude that alcoholic,
Yeah,
whatever."
especially if you're like, where am I?
Yeah, like where am I? Because I didn't know where it was. I didn't know what the business was. I didn't see any signs, so I went inside to ask. Petco. Um, it was attached to that. And the bar was next door.
Well,
It was a
you
nice
went
bar
inside?
too. Yeah, I mean, like, why not? It was nice. It was like a rustic kind of place. There's wood everywhere, wood walls, wood panels, wood tables,
Petco
um,
and a bar.
ceiling fans. Yeah, like right next to each other. It was a HEB, uh, Petco, a bar, a gym, and then on the other side of HEB was a haircut place. It was like down this long, long tunnel, and yeah, it was pretty cool. It was if anyone knows where Hancock is in Austin, that's where I'm talking about. The number is
Okay,
35,
just
37
expose.
bucks.
And
What? I'm talking about where I
so
used
you're
to
never
live,
going
man.
back?
No, that place is freaky, man. Last time I was there, I saw this guy. Okay, so there's a lot of funny characters in Austin. There's this dude who was like a preacher, and he would be on roller skates, and he'll go across the street every time there's a red light. He'll preach the word of the Lord on skates. But yeah, it's a unique place, a lot of unique people.
Any other people you ran into there?
There's this guy one time outside of HEB. He dropped all his bananas, and I was walking, and I stepped on one of his bananas, and he was like picking them up, and I was like, he looked at me like all mad, and I was about to help him pick them up because I felt bad for stepping on one of them. So he just looked at me like pissed off, right? So I decided like, I'll still walk away. So, yeah. You ever had a funny accident with someone?
More like creepy.
Creepy.
I just remember
Whoa.
this one time I was walking around downtown and this like big like those vent things on the ground. It was like
Uh-huh.
blowing out air and I stood on top of it and my hair was blowing and this old man was like, "Oh my gosh, you're like Marilyn Monroe." And I was probably like 13 at the time and I was just like creeped out.
But you know what that's from, right? There's a famous thing of Marilyn Monroe, and she's wearing a dress, and she's standing on one of those, and her dress is like being blown up,
Well,
and her
yeah,
hair
I know what
too.
it's from, but it was just like, I don't know, old men.
It was a
Okay,
compliment. I mean, if an old man told me that, I think I'd be
you're not a
flattered.
woman.
There's this funny incident in elementary. I just remembered it. So I was walking down the hall. You know how you're walking and you step aside to like let the other person
Oh
pass while you keep
yes.
walking, but just at the same time, and you both like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? So like I go to the right, they go to their left, and so like we kept switching back and forth, and then like we stopped at the same time, and then we both stepped again in front of each other. So we just like smiled, and then like we finally said, "Okay, I'm gonna go
Oh,
this
that's
way, you
so
go this way," and
awkward.
then we went our. Yeah, that's like it's funny. Um, one time
One time at band camp,
at a gas station, I was sitting at a table, and this guy sat down across from me, and he was like drinking his coffee, and I was looking at him like, what? Like, I don't know this guy. Why is he sitting at my table? And so I got up and I walked over to an aisle, and I was looking at the candies, right? I was looking at M&Ms, and he got up and he came down the same aisle. And so like I was kind of weirded out, so I walked, acting like I was going to the restroom, but I turned to the side and I went through the back entrance of the store of the gas station. I looked from around the corner through the glass door, and he went into the restrooms because I guess he thought like I went into the restroom. And so that's when I just like, left.
Is weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember he had like a black long sleeve. I don't know if it was a sweater or a shirt, but he also had jeans. He had a cap, a blue cap. I remember that guy. At least no old man's ever done that to you.
Actually, just remember the story. You know how we would go to like hotels just to like play in the pool? I remember this one time, this man was just sitting by himself, like watching us play. And I remember like telling my mom, because I even like we were like 8 at this time or something, and I just like felt something in me, so I went to go tell my mom, and she was like, no, he's just waiting for his family, like trying to calm me down, but it was just so creepy to me.
People are people.
Yes.
Like, was he just watching there? Like,
sitting in a chair. I remember his legs were like spread out, and he was just like sitting in the middle, facing the pool, watching us.
Yeah, whatever. I remember doing the same thing, but I was watching a lady, this white lady with blonde hair. She was like in a black bikini, and me and my cousin were watching her. Andrew, Andrew pointed her out, and so like he was looking through the window from the hotel, like looking down at it was like the second.
Okay, so you weren't at the pool, you were just looking from afar. That's different.
No. Yeah. I think that's worse.
I mean,
like,
it is creepier, but like I would rather not know. Yeah.
You'd rather not know. Like, what if there's a camera
don't say
in your room
that.
right now?
Go on with your story.
Yeah, no. I mean, oh, that was it. But have you ever heard that story where this old man, he like lived in his apartment alone, and he noticed that things would go missing in his house, so he put up cameras. And one day he saw a woman, like in his kitchen, come out of like the cabinets and like sneak around the house. You never heard like
variations of it.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know if it's real or not, but that's just,
of like people living in other people's attics and basements.
Like I hate
it. Let's talk about what's something fun you did in the past week.
Oh, I hid in someone's attic and no, but something I did
or something funny you saw.
I posted on Byte for the first time in a while. It was just me doing some pull-ups, and I did a little caption saying, "Don't let life bring you down," and something funny. I guess my life hasn't been that funny.
I mean, as funny as things can be while we're stuck inside.
I mean, we're not stuck inside anymore.
I'm still scared to go outside though. Not because of that. Riots, I mean, places are starting to open back up again, but I still I don't feel comfortable being around people.
I've just been drinking. That's how
I guess we're just bums.
I guess so. I guess we're just two big old fat bums.
Fart, 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 fart,